Hello everyone, I hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. So we're going to get right into it. This is going to be a spirit baby reading. It's going to be like an extension or a part 2 of the last spirit baby reading that I did, which was called Twins Are Coming. Because I was saying to my friend, like, usually when I get a message out and I get a download out and I do a reading, I'll stop seeing the signs and I'll stop getting the download. I'll stop getting the messages like going around in my head or being around me in my energy field. But it's like these signs that twins are coming is intensifying. So I wanted to do a part 2 to make sure I didn't miss anything in the first reading. So we're going to get right into it. I do also feel like the zodiac sign Gemini is very important. Obviously the Gemini zodiac sign is associated with the twins. But I just keep hearing and seeing the word Gemini. And maybe you guys have been, I feel like you've been dreaming of Gemini, the zodiac, or just signs that are associated with being a Gemini. You could be dreaming of something about the astral world and Gemini I'm hearing. This can also be connected to the timeline split and the timeline shift that is currently going on. So right now you're really seeing who is choosing to descend and who is choosing to ascend. Because where there is ascension, there's always going to be descension. And you're also going to be seeing a lot of illusions, a lot of facades, and a lot of masks really being removed from people right now because God is revealing the truth. And I'm hearing the truth always comes to light. The truth always comes to light. But we'll get a poem to kick off the reading. So what do the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so this one says, the peacock and the locket. It's not lost, just look in your pocket. I make the misplaced scene. Daddy sees mummy as his queen. I too get a promise ring. Mummy sees daddy as her king. Divine counterparts, I'm most certain you will last, because both of you have learnt from the past. Inner work causes heaviness to disperse. No passing down to me, which is why I have the ability to truly see. So there is something very, very significant about certain twins that will be coming through. And these twins are very, very connected at a soul level. They are soulmates and they've been soulmates in past lives. So they would have been reincarnating into the same like family for a while. I'm getting it's always been very, very close. So they've either been like a parent to each other or siblings to each other. Or like grandparents. Is a very, very close family connection that these twins, that these souls always have. And they are going to be very telepathic with each other. They're going to be able to read each other's minds, finish each other's sentences, things like that. But I do also feel like a lot of you are with your divine counterpart, which is how these twins are able to come through. They're coming through because you are in union. You're in union with yourself, your divine masculine, your divine feminine, your light and your dark are in union. And so are you to your partner. The peacock is very significant. So you could be seeing the peacock sign and peacock feathers everywhere. Maybe some of you have a locket, and in the image there might be like a peacock, or it could have like a peacock engraved on it. Maybe you'll be gifted a locket. I do also feel like a lot of you may have just had diarrhea, or you may have just gone through like a huge purge. It's like the body was just getting rid of crap, getting rid of stuff. But I also feel like right before you conceive, you may get like a strange discharge, and this causes you to go to the doctors and get it checked out. And this is how you're going to find out you're pregnant, and then you're going to find out a bit later on that you're pregnant with twins. But I feel like as soon as you find out you're pregnant, you're already going to know like you're carrying twins. I can see someone holding their womb. They're like, there's two in here. So what I'm telling you isn't foreign to you. A lot of you already you can feel these spirit babies around you. You could feel that you're destined to have twins. Okay, so the next poem we've got here is Pop Goes the Weasel. I love to tease my brothers and sisters. Some may be conceived by different misters. My feet may be prone to blisters. I'm always breaking in new shoes. I could be an NBL player, or work in construction as a bricklayer. One thing's for sure, I need to be out the door. Always on the move, like I've got something to prove. You gotta grab life by the balls. I really don't like shopping malls. Mum and auntie will be dragging me around, kicking and screaming too. I'm noisy when I'm not in the mood. Usually this is when mum gives in to naughty food. So some of you could already have children, or you'll have other children after these twins come through. But I do feel like where it says some may be conceived by different misters, you may already have children by like a past lover. And I'm hearing karmic. So you could have dealt with people in the past who were very, very karmic. It's like you always recognize these souls as well. You could have even dreamt of these people before they came in. So you recognize every single lover and every single soul that you have been with romantically, I'm getting. because you're very, very connected to your soul. You're very, very connected to your Akashic records, your soul's records. So a lot of you recognize people at a soul level, and you knew that there was unfinished business there. You knew that there was a lesson to be learned, and you knew you had to go through the motions. And some of you, the unfinished business was bringing a soul through. So you could already have a child. But I am getting for a lot of you that these twins, like I've already said, they're coming here to do something big. So a lot of them will be in the public eye. So they could be an athlete. For a lot of them, they're going to need to be outside, and they're not going to be wanting to be in crowded spaces. And I'm getting like a lot of heat and a lot of dust. They can't be around like confined spaces that are very hot or have an old energy. It could be like an old building, something like that. They need to be in more, I'm hearing newness. So if you are in like an old building or like places that have like damp and stuff like this could trigger autoimmune diseases like eczema within these children. So they need to be outside. They need to be in the open air. They need to be in fresh air. They need to be in a lot of space. So a lot of you guys could even find, like, if you're living in a city or living in a cramped area, you might even move, like, right before you conceive. You might get the urge, like, hey, I need to get out of here. I need to move. You can move from a city into, like, a countryside area, that sort of thing. Okay, so the next poem we've got here says, beauty and grace, I really did win in the genetics race. I get it from my papa, I get it from my papa. Isabella from Encanto is who I'll resemble. Princess dresses and fairy wings. Playing dress up is my thing. Daddy is fit to be my king. Mum, you chose so well. I'm on the other side doing cartwheels and twirls. Did I mention that I adore pearls? Yep, you guessed it, I'm likely to be a little girl. For some of you, that's confirmation if you feel like you'll be having a little girl. I do also feel like not just Encanto that's significant, so that cartoon, but also Moana. I was seeing Moana as well. So you could really enjoy those two movies. I feel like they speak to you at a soul level, because it's all about going against the grain and walking your unique and authentic path, even though like your family members or people around you are telling you like, oh no, don't do that. You're going to do it anyway because your intuition is telling you. Even if your logical mind is telling you not to do something, you know your intuition and God is asking you to walk this path now, to take this step now, so you're going to do it. And I'm hearing by the will of God, you're going to do it. By the will of God, you're going to do it. So you have this very strong faith and belief in your path and in the Most High. Do you want another poem, Spirit? No. So we're going to move on now to this deck. Now, what does the collective need to hear right now? But I do feel like a lot of you, if you haven't met the right person yet, that union is coming in. Union is very, very close. So this is also what your spirit babies are assisting to usher in, or are kind of magnetizing to you. I'm seeing a magnet, and they're saying they're magnetizing to you. So they're magnetizing like you and your partner. So it's like there's one twin with you, and then there's one twin with your partner, and they're putting you both together. We have here Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. Yeah, they have a very strong connection to their heart, to faith, and to the divine feminine. But it's both. And I'm also now drawn to these, you see these two wings at the back of the card. You got the two wings and you got the two rings, and you see how they're intertwined and they're connected. So it looks like the infinity symbol as well. So these souls coming through, they're very, very angelic, very caring, very angelic, very connected to the heart and Christ consciousness that they hold inside. And they want what's best for everyone involved. So they're also always going to be moving from their heart, from the inkling and the whispers that they're getting from spirit and that they're getting from God. They're going to be very much intertwined and connected with their intuition, more so than the logical mind, more so than the human mind. They're going to be very, very beautiful, very angelic looking. Like this connection that they do have to their heart and to source energy is going to shine through. They're going to be very beautiful. So they will get like a lot of stares. Maybe some of them are destined to be in the modeling industry. They might be like a famous model, or they could get scouted when they're a young age. What else, Spirit? I'm also hearing the beauty industry. So maybe you or your partner work in the beauty industry, or their souls are likely to get into that industry as well. And I'm also hearing farming. We have here Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. Again, it's this very, very powerful connection to source and to themselves. Like nothing's going to deter these souls off of their path and what they came here to do. And if you look again, look what she has on her chest. or near her throat chakra. She's got the two rings that look like the infinity symbol. And again, I'm seeing a locket, and the locket came through within that first card there. So a locket is very, very significant. I feel like some of you guys might wear an amulet. If you don't have one already, you might purchase an amulet by someone that you trust, I'm hearing. It's like when you see this person, because they're obviously a practitioner. When you see this person, when you look into their eyes, it's like you see yourself. You see God clearly and you see yourself, so you do trust this person. But I feel like they pray or they charge an amulet for you under a certain moon. Or could even be using the sun's energy. It's like planetary magic, I'm hearing. But they charge this amulet for you. And I feel like it could be like protection. Something to do with protection and fertility. So maybe a lot of you struggle to conceive these souls. So when you do get pregnant, you want to cover all ground. You want to make sure that you are protected and make sure that your pregnancy goes full term and these souls do come through. Because you guys are really feeling that these souls are destined to be born, and they are. You know that these souls are heaven sent. You could also be seeing like orbs and lights in this kind of like pinky hue colour. And it could be that sign that Mary Magdalene is around you. What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? We have Kuthumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. I'm drawn straight here to the Ankh. So there's some sort of locket jewelry that you guys wear that is for protection. It was an amulet. You're going to get an amulet made. Maybe I'm seeing somebody's like shopping basket. Maybe you have it in your wish list, or you've left it in your shopping basket. You haven't actually purchased it. Spirit are advising you to purchase it. Some of you may be hesitant for whatever reason, but Spirit are telling you no, it's calling out to you. It's for you. You need to purchase it. It's going to help you in some way when it comes to protection, when it comes to fertility. You really do need to be trusting that inner voice of yours, because you guys are very, very connected to your intuition and to yourself, and it won't steer you wrong. And obviously God's not going to steer you wrong, and your spiritual court is not going to steer you wrong. Some of you could be going through a DNA activation, I'm hearing, but also a Kundalini awakening. So there's a lot going on within you right now. So you could be having weird symptoms within your physical body, because the physical body always, it has to play catch up, because obviously the spiritual and the energetic is moving at a faster pace, because it's less dense and they're in a higher vibration. Like our higher self is in a higher realm than this physical body. And that's what's going on. You're bridging that gap. So the physical body has to play catch up. And that's when strange symptoms can occur. We have here Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Yeah, you guys are really leveling up. And you're really connecting to that inner guru, messiah, and elder that exists within you, that has always been within you. Even when you were a child, it was there. It's always been there. Because remember, the past, present, and the future are all happening simultaneously. We're going to move on. We're going to get some baby says messages. So what do the collective need to hear when it comes to these twins are coming messages, please, Spirit? We have summer. So summer is very significant. You could conceive in summer or be having a summer baby. Some of you guys could be summer babies. What else, Spirit? Some of you could conceive while you're traveling, while you're abroad, when you're on holiday. If you haven't met the right person yet, your partner yet, you can meet them while you're traveling. I'm seeing palm trees. I'm seeing a suitcase. Or maybe you live in an area that has palm trees, that is always sunny. And I'm here in LA, so you could live in LA. We have, there's so much magic in rainbows. When you see one, that means mama, daddy is coming home so we can become a family. Yet there's union occurring. And these spirit babies, these twins, are bringing you together into I'm hearing holy matrimony. So some of you could be religious, or you've always wanted to get married within a church. But you could be seeing rainbows everywhere right before you meet this person, or right before you conceive, or when you're about to give birth. And some of you may be seeing like double rainbows everywhere. What else, Spirit? Some of you will be sent a photo of a rainbow, of a double rainbow. So like a family member, I'm getting, who may be in a different part of the world, or a different state to you. There's some distance there. They may send you a photo and be like, oh my god, look what I just saw. And it could be like a double rainbow they send it to you, and in like that day or soon after that, you could find out you're pregnant, or you might meet someone who's very, very significant and you're destined to have kids together. What else, Spirit? For those of you who are in separation from your partner, that could be that sign when you see this rainbow that you're going to be coming together again. But when a separation occurs, the reconnection only occurs if both people have done the work, if both people have done what God has been asking you to do, so you can come back together again in union. What else, Spirit? Is that it from this deck? No. Archangel Gabriel says your crown chakra is blocked. Ask him to help clear your ego thoughts that are blocking you from love, wisdom and communication from your higher self. He can't wait to help you. So some of you guys could have been working with Archangel Gabriel, or you're overseeing Archangel. Every single human being has one. So you could have been working with a certain Archangel. I'm also hearing Goddess energy. So some of you were working with Goddess energy. So this could be like your Maya, Oshun, Mother Mary as well. And Mary Magdalene came through, so did Kuan Yin. They're all goddess energies. But you guys have been doing a lot of work in the past to really to connect with your intuition, but to unblock your third eye and connect even more so with your higher self. Because I'm seeing this white angel on the back of that card as your guys' higher self. And maybe this is how you see your higher self, as like a pure white light, and you've been really connecting. I'm just hearing deeper, 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 and I'm being shown waves, and then when the wave, when the wave comes in, it crashes into the shore, and then it pulls back. It's like when it pulls back, it reveals something. Like something, it's like a door that you can open, it goes underground, but the wave pulls back and it reveals this door. So it's like you guys have gone into that door. And maybe at first where you were blocked in the past, you couldn't see that door. It's just the wave just kept crashing. You couldn't see the pullback. It's like it's pulled back now. You've seen the door and you just jumped in. You just jumped in with both feet and you went deep within yourself. And you weren't scared to face your demons. You weren't scared to face the darkness that lived within you. Any trauma that you held, whether it was from this life or a past life, you faced it all because you were ready to. And you took that leap of faith. What else, Spirit? One more card from this deck, please. Giving us two. We have, I know this journey isn't easy, but I bet you a plate of cookies it will be worth it. So it's that confirmation from these spirit babies that are around you, because they've been assisting you, they've been walking with you while you've been on this journey, particularly when things get really hard. And you would have felt it, you know that they're there. Again, they're saying, like, what I'm telling you, it won't be foreign to you. So if all of this is foreign to you, don't make something fit where it doesn't fit, where it doesn't resonate, because it just means the message isn't for you. It will be for someone else. But some of you guys could really enjoy eating cookies, and I'm seeing someone dunk them in milk. So you could have really enjoyed eating cookies and dunking them in milk. Maybe you did that as a child. When you feel like you need comfort, when you're feeling a bit down, you may do this. And you could also like do this with your children in the future, like bake cookies together. If you have children already on the physical, like you bake cookies together and you dunk them in milk. It's like a huge comfort for someone I'm getting. We have Archangel Zadkiel. Your third eye chakra is blocked. You can't deny shadow behaviors or patterns you see in yourself. Face them so you can see love and understanding. Some of you may really connect with the fact that we're all one. I'm just hearing oneness. So you may really connect with the fact that everyone on the planet is one and we all come from source energy. You could be of a like a spiritual religion that teaches oneness. And I'm hearing reggae, so maybe you really you're really intrigued and you're really influenced by like the Rastafari spiritual path, which is about oneness, but it isn't just about the the light side. About that oneness, it's also about facing the dark side. It's also about facing the darkness and all of the chaos and the strife and the abuse that happens in this world. Because you can't just focus on this over here. You need to be claiming it all. You need to be taking it all. You need to be seeing it all. Because this is how you become a whole human being. This is how you become whole within yourself. This is how you come into union. It's claiming both the light and the dark within you. in order to do that. And once you do that as well, you will see more so in the world where there is light and where there is dark, and how we need to bridge this gap. So maybe some of you guys, it's the children coming through you are really going to bridge this gap now. Which is why the timeline was coming through earlier, because there is a huge timeline split and a timeline shift that is going on right now. Jesus. Can I get a few cards from this deck, please, Spirit? When I've like picked that one up, the Goddess is coming through. So a lot of you have been working with Goddess energy. You could have been dreaming of a lot of goddesses. Or this is how you work with a certain goddess. You'll have a dream of them. They'll visit you in your dream, and then they'll tell you what to do. Or they'll advise you what you need to be doing next. What's the next step to take? Okay, can I get a few cards from this deck, please, Spirit? What do the collective need to hear right now? They just want to keep flying out. Okay, so we have here Bully. And it says light attributes. Highlights your tendency to intimidate others. Helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. And the shadow attribute says conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. Some of you in the past could have been through like a domestic abuse situation, because I did hear karmic earlier. Or if it wasn't physical abuse, it could have just been emotional, like gaslighting, I'm hearing, like manipulation and coercion. You could have been through that abuse, and maybe you went through that as a child as well. Because I'm literally seeing someone like being stomped on, so maybe you felt like you were just stomped on, or people just like pushed you around or blew you around, because this cloud here that's kind of angry. But you're moved out of that shadow attribute. And I'm hearing you certainly weren't going to repeat the cycle. You certainly were not going to repeat the cycle and bully. You don't want to be that bully to your children. Even it's just like more so like a coercion. You don't want to do that with your children, with your family. But you moved into the light attribute. And where it says your tendency to intimidate others, when you claim your power, right, you will intimidate other people, basically when they're not in their power, particularly when they're not claiming themselves. You will intimidate people just by your energy. So it's like you walk into a room and people can see it and they can feel it, and you might get like looks at you, you might get glares at you from other people, maybe just the people that have always known you, like friends and family, because of how much you've changed and how much you're more connected to your higher self. Because people can sense this, they can feel it, they can see it, even when they're not connected to their higher self, even when they've chosen to descend, they can still see it and feel it on some level, because they're a soul, instead of soul having a human experience. What else, Spirit? We have Detective. Light attributes, great powers or observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Shadow attributes, falsifying information. Yeah, I feel like, again, this is just that nod to you guys and how you're very, very connected to your intuition. You could have done a lot of, like, going down rabbit holes, a lot of reading of books. You see here how she's using this book, and she's kind of looking through it as if the book is the magnifying glass, as if the book is helping her to see. And she only has it over one eye, so I feel like it's like looking and reading with your spiritual eye. So you guys could have done a lot of research about how this world is really run. I'm hearing particularly when it comes to finances. Maybe you're doing this now. You're learning about tax wherever it is that you live, and what tax you actually should be paying, and what tax you can actually claim back. Maybe some of you are in the process of claiming back tax and you feel like you pay too much, or maybe you'll get a tax return, I'm hearing. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more card from this deck? This one. We have Messiah. Light attribute, serving humanity with humility. Shadow attribute, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. I'm hearing like chosen one. So for a lot of you, you resonate with chosen one, but not in the same way as a lot of people will kind of be speaking about it online and within the spiritual community. You feel like you're chosen when you've connected to your inner Messiah. You're chosen when you're doing the work, when you're in union, when you've claimed the light in the dark, when you're connected to your higher self, when you're connected to God, and you're walking that path of the heart, when you're walking that path of Christ consciousness. That's when you feel like someone is chosen. So it's basically people who are ascending, who are choosing to ascend. Those are the people who are chosen. And this is how you kind of view it and see it. But you are most definitely in service to yourself and the people around you. And these children that are coming through you, they're going to be very, very connected to their inner Messiah, to their inner guru. They have a lot to teach. And I'm hearing spread the joy, spread the joy. So they're going to be coming through to spread the joy. Because a lot of people around the world have been a bit down in the dumps. I mean, there's literally a spiritual war going on, and we've been at the peak for a while. I'm just staring at this mountain at this peak. We've been at the peak for a while. So a lot of souls are going to be coming through to bring more bliss on the planet and to bring humanity into a more blissful state, into a more fun-loving, joyful state, more connected to their inner child. I feel like some of you as well, you could have been doing research on planets, on how the planets move and how the planets affect us and how they affect our physical body, I'm hearing. So let's get some spirit baby signs for the collective. What do they need to hear right now, Spirit? We have veggie garden. Some of you guys could have I heard allotment. You could have an allotment where you grow your own vegetables and fruits and herbs as well. But some of you could have a dream to have your own piece of land. And that could also be what you're researching, to have your own land, to start a homestead. Because that did come through earlier, where some of you, right before you conceive, you could be moving out of a city, moving out of a crowded area into a more like open area where there's a lot of fresh air, where there's a lot of land. We have here TV commercial. So some of you guys could see a sign that's very, very significant for you on a TV commercial. I'm seeing Christmas TV commercials, so maybe Christmas TV commercials. You really like them, or there's a certain one that you love. What else, Spirit? We have street sign. So you could be seeing like certain names or certain street signs that really speak to you. Maybe you see like a street sign. Maybe it's a street you've never even walked down before, but it's within your neighborhood, and it's a name of a name that you've got on your baby list, a name that you always thought you would name your child. That's what that street's called. We have baby clothes. So some of you guys could already have been buying baby clothes, or you've bought a certain item for the spirit babies that will be coming through you. You could have really, those who really feel like you'll be having twins, you could have bought like matching outfits, like a little twin set I'm seeing. Like 2 co-wards that are the same. And some of you could always feel like you were going to have a boy and you were going to have a girl, twins. And you could have bought the sets, like one in blue and one in pink. So I'm just staring at these 2 items here. What else, Spirit? Are you done with this deck? Yep. They're done with this deck. They want some charms. I just kept hearing charms, charms, charms. Okay, I'm going to pause it because the charms are quite loud. Okay, so the first one we have here. This looks like armor. It is armor. But to me, on this side as well, it always looks like a pair of lungs. And I was kind of getting like a wheezing, and I was hearing eczema again. So it may be you guys who suffered from eczema or suffered from asthma in the past, like autoimmune diseases. You could have suffered from this in the past. Or maybe you have a child who's already earthside, and this is what they suffered from in the past. So this is where you were doing the research and you were going down that holistic healing path to really get to the root of what it is, what their problem was. And a lot of you realised it was damp. It was the living conditions that you were in. It was too hot, it was too damp, and there was just dust. They could have had an allergy to dust, and you got to the bottom of it. But that was coming through for someone. And then we have here crystals. So a lot of you guys could have crystals around your home, or you really work with the energy of crystals. You could have gone and got crystal healing, or maybe some of you guys are crystal healers and you wanting to get into that holistic healing pathway, and that's what you're doing now. There could be this amulet and this locket that's significant. It could have a crystal on it, or a crystal within it, because some of them it's like they open and close, so you could keep like a crystal inside it for protection. And then we have here the word believe. And I feel like a lot of you guys, this is just confirmation, because you do really believe in yourself and in your path and in God. Just keep hearing you believe in God, and by the will of God, by the will of God. We have here, it's a little like a harvest basket. I feel like this charm came out in the last reading, if I remember, but it connects to cornucopia and abundance, and the fact that your cornucopia is coming in for you. So things are about to shift for you guys. And I'm also getting this another confirmation of those of you who've always dreamed of living on a farm, or just having your own piece of land, or having an allotment where you can grow your own food, that you will have this. That this dream is within reach, which is why it keeps coming around your head, which is why you feel inclined to research how to be like self-sustainable, or how to grow certain fruits and vegetables. We have here a little girl. She's blowing bubble gum, and she's also got like a little crown on, and I'm drawn to the crown. So these spirit babies that are coming through you, they will be crowned by both Mother Earth and by God. They have a very significant life purpose. They're going to do a lot of good in this world. I just keep hearing bliss and joy. And they'll also bring a lot of bliss and joy to your life and to your family's life. And we have here a dinosaur. I heard The Land Before Time. So it's a cartoon that I used to watch when I was younger. It's an older one, A Land Before Time. So some of you guys may have watched that as well. Or you could have just enjoyed watching like dinosaur programs. So I'm also getting, this is that nod. These souls coming through are going to be very, very ancient. Or they're going to be able to tune into the ancient codes and downloads of Mother Earth and integrate them, and then best express them to help the collective. You could have bought clothes as well with like a dinosaur print on it. And we have a can't even say it, Kuji board, can't even say it. I'm feeling like a lot of you stay away from using this sort of thing. But this is just that nod that you are, those of you who are a bit witchy, who are very magical. You may practice like candle magic, and earlier it had the planetary magic that was coming through. Or some of you may go to someone who is that way inclined and you trust them. Again, it's something about the eyes. You're really drawn to the eyes. You can see God very, very clearly within the eyes. They have a calmness and they have a power and they have a grace about them. And that, because I'm wanting to pull it like here, like as if it's like a locket. So a lot of you are going to be buying a necklace, a locket, or an amulet that is really going to assist you on your path. What is this? It's like a sky-rise building. A lot of you could have lived in flats like this, or you could still live in flat like this, like a sky-rise building. Maybe this is where you feel like you're cramped in and you want to get out and you want to move. And this is that confirmation that you will move. Or some of you could move, and you could move higher up. Or maybe you're moving into a home that has like 3 levels. That has, you know, like homes that will have like an attic. I'm in an attic room right now. So you could move into a home that has 3 levels. We have here an umbrella. The umbrella is coming through. Maybe it's raining where you guys are right now. Could be raining while you're watching this video. It's snowing where I am when I'm watching the video. But the umbrella is coming through. But again, I'm taking this as, because people use it obviously to protect themselves from rainpour, from snow, anything like that. So I'm taking the umbrella as well as protection, and that you guys are protected. And these spirit babies will be very, very protected. I feel like you guys can really sense, you can feel these souls coming through, particularly when they're inside your womb, when they're inside your partner's womb. That's when you're really going to connect with them even more, because they've tethered to the physical, and you're going to really understand and see and know who these souls are. And this is when you're like, shit, I need to up my spiritual game and my spiritual discipline, because they are very powerful souls. We have here, looks like a bell. See, it looks like a little bell. You know those bells that they have at the top of the churches, and you pull the string. Maybe some of you live in a town. I'm getting, because I'm seeing someone as a child like going into a church and going up these stairs, and they're letting you ring the bell. So maybe you lived in a town where they let you do this, or you could have travelled, you could have been abroad, and they let you ring the bell when you were a child. We have here a butterfly, which represent change and transformation. I always associate them with the number 555 as well, so you could be seeing 555. We have here a little lollipop. It looks like a little, some sort of little character, like a bunny or a bear or something, but it's a little lollipop. You could have bought like a little soft toy like this for your future children. Or you could already have soft toys like this within your home. I'm seeing the squishing pillows, like on somebody's bed. And then we have here, you might collect them. Someone might collect like big like cartoon cushions or like squishing pillows. We have here crazy plant lady. You could have plants all over your home. And again, this is a nod to those of you who want to live in a more open space. and you want to be very connected to nature. I feel like you're going to have plants all over your home. I'm just seeing plants in the corner of like every room, and the rooms are quite big. There's a lot of, there's like circumference. I'm hearing the word circumference. There's a lot of space and they're very big, and you've just got plants in all corners of the room. You could have those plants that are good for clearing the air. Again, there's something about air, that the air needs to be fresh, it needs to be crisp, it needs to be clear. So you could have suffered from like asthma or eczema because they were coming through in the past. So you just want the air to be very fresh and very filtered. Is that it, Spirit? No, they want one more poem. So I'm going to get one more poem from my deck. So what do the collective need to hear to close out this reading, please, Spirit? What do the collective need to hear? Thank you. Okay, so this one says, this spirit baby is coming through for a single dad. You've got this, lad. Sometimes life doesn't go to plan. The three amigos will always have each other's backs. Although mummy leaving was very sad, God replaces what he removes. There'll be a stepmummy in our lives soon. It won't be all doom and gloom. On the up and up, she's full of unconditional love. Keep the belief. She arrives with a divine relief. When my older sibling loses his first set of teeth. Some of you could already have children in the physical, and you can, so I was getting a separation earlier, so you could feel like you're about to reconnect or you're about to meet somebody new, and this is going to be, it's a divine connection. So again, I repeat it again, if you're in separation and you're coming back into union with someone, you both had to have done the work, and that doesn't happen overnight. So you could have been in a separation for someone for 3 years for some of you. I'm going to get another poem. One more. Yeah. I feel like some of you may say to your partner, like, one more. Like, you're having a discussion about having more children. And you could turn to each other and be like, one more. And then this is when twins come through. So some of you, it's going to be like surprise twins. But I do feel like for most of you, this isn't foreign news to you. You've always felt like twin souls around you, and you will be having twins in this lifetime. Okay, so this poem says, I won't cause you stress, but I will cause a trail of mess. Scatterbrained, that's what Daddy says. When he's being cheeky, I will have a gap in my two front teethies and be needy, but Mummy doesn't mind. She loves affection and says I'm so kind. A pay rise is coming to give you peace of mind. When I'm newborn, my big brother will be intrigued by my sight. Why is he cross-eyed, he asks. Daddy says you were too in the past. The focus will come. Now do you want to help me change his bum? At this point, my big brother will run. I do feel like a lot of you already have children on the earth side. Is that it, Spirit? Yeah. So that is all the messages that are coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there, and I will see you in my next video.